Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Hopefully you guys out there are having a great day so far. I'm having a pretty nonchalant type of day, just going for it, doing what I can. It's actually going by very quickly in terms of the fact that I'm already 2 hours in. And yeah, I feel I feel great. Yeah, not to say like I feel how I usually do. I feel awesome, but it's true. I feel better than I do most days. It's better than most. And between yesterday was a 12-hour day. We went, damn, I really went for it. And I accomplished what I had to, and I accomplished everything that I wanted to accomplish. It was great and some, really, and some. That's what surprised me is how much I actually did accomplish. Today's going to be inevitably I'm accomplishing a little bit less because it's email day, and now really I'm going to start getting into going in the past and just wiping everybody out, if that makes sense. That doesn't make sense to you guys. Going back into my past outreach and re-messaging people that I've already messaged. I have like close to 400 now. Close to 400 people I have not re-messaged. So I have to get into that and just wipe that out for the next week. Next week, that's like next week's goal. I'm going to halt cold outreach for a little bit, re-message, and then get back to it. Hopefully it doesn't take that long. But like I said, today's email day, so it's just going to halt it either way. You know what I mean? Either way, today's going to be halted to a certain extent. And that's okay. You know what I mean? That's fine. I'm not really complaining about it or anything. It's more of like, now that I know all that, how do we proceed? Once cold outreach, once the emails, once that's all done, how do we move forward, and or not necessarily how do we move forward. Once that's all done, what time will it be? Will I start editing by then? Will I start, you know what I mean? Hopefully I get a movie in. I hope to watch a movie. I don't know which movie I'll pick, but that's the hardest part, picking the movie. While I'm working, I'm like, should I? But otherwise, when the movie's on, I could just work. But also in terms of yesterday, right? Doing the 12 hours. Congrats. Awesome. I'm glad I did it. But what happened was, and what I'm afraid is going to happen, what I'm trying to stop from happening, is the idea of, you did it. That's great. Now we're just going to chill. You know what I mean? Now we're just going to chill because you did 12 hours. Come on. You could give yourself a break. And it's like, not to say, no, I can't give myself a break or I'm on the other side. It's more of, you got to keep moving. And this is something that I learned with the beats. Like, right now it hasn't affected me because I'm on such a roll between the days. It's day 67, of 2024. It's March 7th. Yeah. So day 67 of 2024, we're moving. We're moving on a different level. I have never been this consistent. So for me, it doesn't really bother me now, but back then it used to really bother me because I made, especially my first beat pack, and I don't know if this is on the first podcast. I don't know if I put that podcast out. There was a podcast I was talking about this. I made 100 beats, and I made it to 100 beats, and then I kind of just ignored it. I would keep going on with my day, watch The Wire, chill, hang out, lay down on my couch, you know what I mean? And by the time the day was up, I was like, oh, well, I didn't get any work done today, and that would just keep happening for 4 days in a row. I just wouldn't get any work done. You know what I mean? Because I felt like I accomplished something. So accomplishment can be good, but accomplishment can also be terrifying. You know what I mean? It could be the thing that halts me and moves me back a step. And it has been the thing that has done that for me before. I'm not just being like paranoid. You know what I mean? I'm really not just being paranoid. When I say that, I think it really is true. It's like, damn, dude, I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep it together and keep it. Now it's easy. Like back then, that was a worry of mine. Now it's easy. Now I know I'm getting, I think, 8 hours today, which is far easier than 12, right? I'm getting 8 hours. The workout yesterday sucked. I'm getting far worse at this workout, and I think it's because I'm eating less protein. My cardio is down because now I'm doing so many pull-ups that it's becoming cardio. So my cardio is down, and yeah, it's just like my ideology is just to beat a dead horse. Go for it again and again and again. And maybe something will show up eventually. I think by day 100, That's kind of my goal. By day 100, I get it. That's around a month from now. Maybe I won't. Maybe a month from now, it just won't happen, and I'll still be in a similar position I am now. Who cares in terms of the workout and in terms of the business? Who cares? We still move forward. You know what I mean? It's how many days we can last while having this, while having no outcome, while having no great. To me, this week's outcome is amazing. I have people commenting on my posts. I have 20 emails that I got. We broke a record for emails. We have all these things that I could attach my ego to any one of these things. I'm choosing not to, because when the downfall comes, because it always comes, right? It's a roller coaster. It goes up and down. When the downfall comes, I'll just be like, yeah, I was prepared for this, and I've been through worse. So let's just shift. Let's work. Let's work. Let's work. Let's work. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm going to go work. It's like, let's work. Let's do it. I'll see you guys towards the middle of the day, probably around 2 hours from now. Once I'm done sending the email, hopefully I send the email great, perfect, it all works out. And yeah, let's go for it. I just finished a lot of things that were difficult. I was on a phone call that lasted way too long. And then why am I tripping? I'm forgetting this word right now. My hard drive. Right, my hard drive. My hard drive was messing up. I was trying to make beats. I'm trying to make beats and it's not connecting, and BS was happening. And it wasn't like it was like usually it disconnects and I have to wait 20 minutes. It wasn't like that. It just wasn't opening. The app wasn't opening. So I wasted a lot of time today. It was probably a good hour, 30 minutes. Definitely 30 minutes. That's just me watching TV. Like, dude, when is this thing gonna open? And like me trying to figure out how to open it through the computer. But it's not stressing me out too much. It just goes to show. One day you can be on a roll, and the next day you're just like trying to open up an app that's not opening. You know what I mean? Oh man, I'm really funny. I'm really like, it's really silly. You know what I mean? Sometimes I forget how silly this all really is. You know what I mean? How futuristic too this all really is. The fact that I can have a computer, a camera, and be filming all of this, then go on a computer, and it's just so weird to me. And it wasn't weird to me for a while, you know, because I grew up with this. I grew up with tech. I grew up with all these things that my perspective now is so shifted into the fact that this is so silly and it's so made up. A lot of these Facebook accounts and things like that feel so tangible and so real, like a tree, right? Or like this mic I'm touching. It feels as real as that. But they're really not. We saw that when Facebook crashed, and like for 2 seconds. Facebook crashed for like 2 hours, and everybody was freaking out. A lot of people were freaking out, including me. I was freaking out. I was like, damn, if my business is screwed. Like, I'm gonna have to completely shift what I was doing. It would change my day, right? So it's not really real. It's not a good way to say it. It's real, but it's not really real. You know what I mean? That's the difference. It's not really real. I also I'm getting the feeling of like I'm super tired. Where now I'm starting to get. I woke up pretty tired, like exhausted, because yesterday was really difficult. So I woke up just straight exhausted and just like, and then lugging myself out of bed and things like that. But now I'm really starting to feel it. Like in the beginning of my day, I was like, oh, we're going quick. It's jazzy. You know what I mean? But now I'm like not jazzy anymore. This isn't jazzy. This is very annoying. It'll always come back. Like when I do the podcast, I think also I haven't drank water today. I need to drink water. That definitely has to do with it. If I drink water, my irritation levels just go way down. So that's something I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be drinking my water. And like I said, the phone call was almost just useless. Beats-wise, I was progressing, and I'm very close to being able to send out another beat. We got 3 more emails today, which is wild. We got 3 more emails today. I sent out an email, so that went well. You know what I mean? Now it's just cold outreach till editing. Till I have to edit, just straight cold outreach. Today I'm going to be way more focused on shorts, trying to get 3 shorts out. Straight up, just 3 shorts into the ether of YouTube and try to pull that off. And like I said, it isn't grueling work, what I do. It's not very serious. a lot of the time, I can really be focusing on other things and still get just as much done. You know what I mean? So that's what it keeps me there. You know what I mean? It really does. It really keeps me there. The idea of like, this isn't serious. It's a comedy show. You know, it's just a joke. And it's like these beats and all these things for the rappers. You know, I'm not like an electrician or something. I'm making beats. I don't want to discredit what you do. You know what I mean? I don't want to discredit if you're out there making beats and it's important to you. Congrats. It's really good. It's important to me too. But that's what I mean. It's important to me, not really objectively, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Or rather subjectively. It's hard to explain. It's hard to explain. I hope you guys get that. It took me a while to actually understand that like this is very much so just loose. Because when I was a kid, I was like, oh yeah, but why am I treating this all so seriously? Like if this was not serious, then I can pull this off. And I'm like, you know what? Like, this is serious. This is my thing. I went back into like hard work. I'm like, this is serious. This is so meaningful. And now I'm like, it is meaningful. This YouTube is meaningful. All these things are meaningful. And they'll make me even get emotional, which I don't usually get, right? Make me get emotional. But that still doesn't change the fact that it is, it is a comedy show. You know, it isn't. A lot of people are in much more serious situations. That's basically the point. So for me to, complain because I couldn't get my 8 hours on this specific, it's just useless. It's not going to do anything for anybody. You know, for me to complain, for me to even think like that, I don't know if it gets you guys annoyed, but it definitely gets me annoyed. So let's stop doing that. All right, I'm going to go do some cold outreach, probably like a half hour, and then editing, and I'll be done for the day. All right, let's do it. So I finished everything I have to do for the rest of the day, and I feel great. You know what I mean? I feel ready to go. I feel a little pumped. I feel calm, much more calm than I did before. My heart was racing, and stupid shit has happened, I will say. And although that has happened, we've learned to solve those problems and move forward. You know what I mean? Just like I was talking about on my podcast, I was talking about this. But in terms of my journey, what I did and where I'm at mentally with this journey, I'm at a place where I think I'm starting to feel comfortable, and I want to break it. I want to break my comfort. I want to just shatter it. You know what I mean? I'm at a place also where I can get a 12-hour day done and not be completely wrecked the day after or while I'm doing it. Or I figured out a system where I can get a 12-hour day done and it doesn't affect my mental that much. That's great. My system's honestly the best it's ever been. I think it'll get to a level of, this is the start of the system. Eventually, we'll hit a 16-hour day. We'll hit, hopefully, we'll hit like crazy, crazy numbers. Maybe not 16, but close to. And we'll hit these crazy, crazy numbers that'll shock me. And I'll be like, damn, dude, you killed it. And if I'm at that point right now, watching this video, future me is watching this video, like, yeah, you hit that point, buddy, then great. You know what I mean? These are the eyes of someone that believes in his potential. I really do. I believe in my potential so much. I think an unhealthy amount. You know what I mean? I believe in my thoughts. Not only like my creative. I don't want to be the guy that thinks like I'm Kanye West. You know what I mean? I'm not him. I'm not Kanye. I'm not these people who are like mass geniuses. I'm not gonna claim to be one. I'm just a normal guy looking for a way to make a living without having a boss. I'm looking for a way to have kids and be able to teach them without having to spend all my time at work working for somebody. And want to actually be able to have passive living. And like I said, to have children, to have a family. That's who I am. I'm just a guy. I'm not trying to impact the world that much and, helping a lot of rappers on the way to get there. For sure. And even though I may not have my money right now, I may not have all these things and all these elements that I would have right, like I said, I just believe in my potential so much that it's unhealthy. I believe in it so much that even I can't there's no ceiling. There is no ceiling. There's an idea of what I want, especially in the next 10 years, next 5 years, what I want. After that, it's creative acts. You know what I mean? I want to move into a portion of my life where I just do the creative. If I want to go back to business, I go back to business. You know what I mean? But I do what I want. And it doesn't mean a problem for your life. It means more problems. It means more discipline. And that's okay. You know what I mean? That's okay, but that's my heaven. That's my Eden. You know what I mean? For other people, I think it's more of like retiring. And yeah, it is a piece of it is, retiring. But it may mean working harder. It may mean doing things and living the life of someone that's very vulnerable, like an artist. You know what I mean? Or someone that's dealing with kids and really trying to understand the psychology of that. Yeah, it might not be a joke. You know what I mean? It might not. It might be difficult, and it might be painful. You know what I mean? There might be pain along the way. But we move forward. Just as I always did. I really did always do that. I always move forward. And just sometimes it took me longer to move forward than others. But right now, although it's not this fantastic day, it's not this, revolutionary day like yesterday was, it's still important to remember that there was nothing there before I got there and fixed it. This doesn't make sense. I'm going to phrase that better. There was no solution to the problems of today. No solution to them until I came in and solved it. I didn't have a solution. And if I wouldn't have worked today at all, I wouldn't have had solutions to problems that now I have. So it's just, like I said, one minuscule step, or not really minuscule, one just baby step forward into this vast ether of whether it's YouTube or podcasting or IG Reels, right? I'm just one in literally a million as I scroll by. And anything I can do to make myself not be that one in a million, I'll do. You know what I mean? Anything, whether it means posting all the time, so that even though I'm just another one in that million. I feel like one in a million, they say it's unique, but with this, you're just another one out of all those millions of people making content. So if I just make the most content, or I make the highest quality content for that specific niche for a while, hey, maybe it'll work out. Maybe, who knows? You know what I mean? Maybe all those rappers will actually get help. You know what I mean? I can actually help them on their specific problems. Maybe all those some producers who will soon be, or one day be, employees, they'll have a job, you know what I mean? And I can actually make a revolutionary idea out of this. But for now, we work. And on that note, I'm going to end the YouTube video here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. I know I enjoyed making it. So I come out with these every single day. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. See you next time. Peace.